Hello, this is Tim Bryce with the National Weather Service in El Paso. This is a special weather briefing for the potential for very strong winds and mountain snows on Monday. This weather briefing was recorded Sunday afternoon. Well, let's see what we're looking at real quickly. Potential impacts for this system that we're going to see. So what's going to happen is that an upper level storm system is going to move into the southwest, and that is going to generate some very strong winds, which could actually lead to some damaging wind gusts across the entire region. As we get that cooler air this time of year, when we get the winds, they seem to hit with a little harder energy. So definitely have the potential for damaging wind gusts. Of course, as usual, when you have strong winds, it makes vehicles hard to control. Now, up in the mountains, the higher terrain, we are expecting some snow. And when you get the snow and the winds, you can get some blizzard-like conditions. So we are expecting very strong winds and snow in the Gila and the Sacramento Mountains. And of course, that snow will lead to some slippery driving conditions, especially in the Gila region above 5,000 feet and in the Sacramento region above 6,000 feet Monday night through Tuesday morning. Here's a quick look at a graphic for the winds. Basically, west winds at 35 to 45 miles an hour across the area, a little less in the Gila. Wind gusts will be 60 or greater across a big part of the area on Monday. Again, here's another graphic showing some potential wind gusts. They range from the upper 40s in the Gila up to 70 in Hudspeth County. So, and I wouldn't be surprised if places like in Otero and El Paso and even in Doña Ana County see some 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts as well. Mountain snows, like I was saying, 6 to 12 inches in the Gila region. Silver City is going to be right on that line, a really heavy snow, so it could be anywhere from 4 to 8 inches in town. In the Sacramento Mountains, you could see 3 to 6 inches. Cloudcroft's looking around 4 to 5 inches or so. And down in the Boot Heel of New Mexico could also see 1 to 3 inches of snow. Wouldn't be surprised if Deming or Lordsburg saw an inch or less of snow, but it shouldn't last long, shouldn't stick to the pavements. So current warnings and advisories that are in effect. There's a high wind warning in effect for all locations except the Gila region. That means we're expecting winds of 35 to 45 miles an hour with wind gusts over 60 miles an hour. A winter storm warning is in effect for above 6,000 feet in the Gila, and winter weather advisories are in effect for the Sacramento Mountains and the Boot Heel. So for the winter storm warning, we're expecting, like I said, 6 to 12 inches of snow in the Gila, and for the winter weather advisories for the Sacramento Mountains, 3 to 6 inches of snow, and for the Boot Heel of New Mexico, 1 to 3 inches of snow. Here's what a graphic of what the high wind warning looks like. Again, expecting 35 to 45 mile an hour winds during the day and for a good portion of the day. The cold front with this system is going to come through about noon, and that's when I expect the strongest wind gusts and the greatest potential for those damaging winds be right around noon as that cold front comes in with the colder air. Here's what the winter highlights look like. As I mentioned, a winter storm warning is in effect for the Gila, and snow advisories are in effect for the mountains of around Cloudcroft and in the Boot Heel of New Mexico. But be aware that especially in the Gila and in the Sacramento Mountains, we will have some blizzard-like conditions, at least for a little while, when we combine that wind and that snow. Some uncertainties. Will we get blowing dust across the lowlands? We're just going to have to wait and see on that. This is the first really good strong wind that we've had this season, and we'll just have to see how much, if any, dust gets picked up by these winds. What are the peak wind gusts going to be? You know, there's a potential, like I was saying, of over 65 mile an hour peak wind gusts, maybe even into the 70s. So we'll have to wait and see exactly where what those peak wind gusts will be. And the blizzard-like conditions. It may be that the winds don't get going enough and we get heavy snow, or we get real strong winds but not enough snow to get those conditions in the mountains. But it's going to be close in either the Gila Wilderness or the Sacramento Mountains, so we went ahead and wanted to mention it. Once again, the potential impacts. Damaging wind gusts will be possible across the entire area on Monday, even into Monday evening. Of course, that'll make vehicles hard to control on those north-south oriented roads. In the mountains, we're expecting blizzard-like conditions with the strong winds and the snow and the blowing snow. So anybody traveling around in the mountains need to be aware of that situation. Also with the snow, we're expecting slippery driving conditions in both the Gila and Sacramento areas. Thank you for joining me for this special weather briefing, and stay tuned for the latest information. You can join us at our website at weather.gov/El Paso or on Facebook or Twitter. Have a great day and be safe tomorrow.